going on, everybody? It's your boy Doc Holiday, and we are back on a Thursday night live from the dungeon. It's another HBCU OverDrive live stream. Make sure that you go ahead and like this stream. Make sure that you comment, share it with your people, but most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. We also have exclusive content where you can just join or join the family. We have two tiers, Overdraft Purple, Overdraft Blue. So go ahead and join the family and become part of the Overdrive family. My mouth is going 100 miles per hour, but I have been in the talks about this interview right here within the last week, and I'm not going to go ahead and keep y'all waiting. So this is a kid that's from the hometown of Canton, Texas. Oh, I say Canton, Texas. My bad. Canton, Mississippi. We're gonna edit that out right there. Canton, Mississippi, man. Former Syracuse quarterback. He returns back to the SIP to come to Jackson State University. My man, my dog, JaCobian Morgan, right here.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
How you doing, man? I'm sorry, I slipped up. I'm from Texas, so we got a Canton. It's a Canton down here in Texas and East Texas. So my bad.
How you good? You good?
So how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good, feeling good. How's practice and everything?
It's great, I'm trying to get used to the sun since coming back out there from Syracuse, but it's good. Just trying to get back used to the atmosphere.
I understand. I understand. So I've been in talks with your aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I just want to make sure everything is okay. We don't want no mess. We don't want it.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, my show, we don't do mess. I don't like doing mess. And even the missus, she will tell you that we don't do mess over here. So,
Yeah.
um,
She
you
gonna
have,
everything straight. That's one thing about her. She gonna make sure everything pinpoint.
yeah, and that's something that you need right there, though, because you want to make sure that on your end, you're doing good on your end as far as being, you know, school wise, athletic wise. You want to make sure that your name is crystal clear
Yes,
because
sir.
that's what you have is your name right there.
Yes, sir.
So man, tell some of my viewers that are not Jackson State people um about yourself, man. Coming out of Canton, Mississippi. Tell them about yourself.
Okay. Like he said, I'm from Canton, Mississippi. So I played high school ball at Canton High through like my whole years of high school. So I never like left. So I played under Coach Bolton and Coach Bryant, and we had a pretty good season. So I got into talks with Syracuse my senior year. I really didn't have a lot of offers. I didn't have no offers my 11th grade year, but
Hmm.
12th I had like a lot of JUCOs, and I had Jackson State as well with Syracuse. So I kind of chose between Syracuse and they played. I went down there, played my 2020 season as a true freshman. Ended up getting hurt, but decided to like stick it out a little bit more because just want to see how it worked around them. My coach got fired, so one thing about football, like if your coach get fired, then it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of iffy if he recruited you. So
Right.
coach got fired, and he brought in a new coach from Virginia. I tried to play under him. Things just didn't go as planned. So that's how I ended up back here.
Okay. So when you decided to enter yourself into the transfer portal,
Hmm.
who was the coach that called you?
It was TC. Me and TC always had like a close knit relationship. I always knew of him. He recruited me out of high school as well. So we always kind of kept in contact. Like respectfully respecting the boundaries of the Division 1 rules. But we always kind of had that like mutual feeling and respect for each other. So it was TC.
Yeah, I do. I tell people, we tell it everybody know something about TC, man. TC,
He the real deal though.
you're a real one. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling people about TC.
Hmm.
Because I tell people I went to school with TC. Your aunt, in fact, we all went to school with TC
Hmm.
at around the same time. But TC just, Coach Taylor just moved. He just kind of moved in a different, like, differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really why everybody, adults and kids, can actually gravitate to him. And I don't see anything that's bad about him. But so you said TC made that call.
Mm-hmm.
Tell people, how is it when you go into the transfer portal, because a lot of people don't understand about that.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like the transfer portal can be like a sticky situation because you can leave without like having no school. So I feel like you have to have some type of insight and someone who can vouch for you, someone who's able to like put you in places and not just you just like floating around out there and not knowing where you might go and not having any connections or anyone you know and to trust. So that's the biggest thing with the transfer portal is just being able to like have someone to trust, have some connections that can put you in the right place and put you in the place that you want to be in as well.
Okay. I see everybody in here from Canton coming on into the show. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and support your boy, because I'm a JSU alum myself. Uh, and I do this so we can get the voices out to the athletes and to coaches that sometimes not being heard. But so you come in, you're in the transfer portal. TC gives you that phone call. How did you feel when you just said, "Look, I'm just going to go ahead and commit to Jackson State"?
Yeah, for me, well, I've been had that feeling. I always knew like if it didn't work out in Syracuse, where I was gonna go. So just getting a phone call from TC like to officially handle business, it was like a relief because it was like, okay, long time coming. If this didn't go as planned, so I always kind of like had that feeling on the back burner that okay, I'm always go here. So it felt good to me, honestly.
Okay, and I know we got a load. We got a full quarterback room, and it's it's always good to have a full quarterback room.
So yes, sir.
Because gives that healthy competition.
Yes, sir.
Um, and knowing TC, he's not going to name the starter until probably later on down the line. And I know don't want to give away too many other secrets,
Mm-hmm.
but how do you feel so far as like just going in and just throwing the ball?
So I feel good, I definitely got my confidence back, just being able to like work on myself and get better as a person. So throwing the ball and being with the wide receivers, I'm definitely getting that trust and gaining that relationship with the guys. So, and one thing about the quarterback room, it's definitely gonna have some competition in there to make you better. So you always gotta have that. You never want to have just one guy sticking out. You always want to have guys competing, pushing each other to be the best quarterback for the whole group because that's who you represent. You're not representing yourself. You represent the group, your quarterback group, and represent the team, represent the whole Jackson State community. So just being able to like have that competition is definitely like a big part.
All right, and I'm gonna tell some of my viewers, you ain't no small dude.
Not at all.
You're not a small dude. They got you listed at 6'4", 235 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
Just by looking at your videos from when you was at Syracuse in that 2020 season, that is the COVID season right there. Uh, you have a live arm, and you know when to use your legs too.
Yes, sir.
Um, what do you think opponents going to have to focus more on you as far as what your skill set is?
I feel like, they'll have to focus on I am a big guy, so breaking the pocket is definitely like what I can do and I will do. So it's like I feel like they'll think to, focus all on it. But I'm definitely like a quarterback that's definitely like to sit back there who that will run. But
Mm-hmm.
being able to pick apart the defense is definitely what I love to do. So yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to Canton High.
Mm-hmm.
Playoffs or not?
Like we went to the playoffs. Like, I mean, we didn't make it deep, but we definitely went like the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know there's a lot of talent in Canton that
Almost.
nobody. It's Canton is like one of those sit towns where you got the athletes, but nobody knows
Yeah.
who they are because they don't come around like that. Name some of the guys that you played with that went to different schools and those your boys right there.
Yeah. Taquan Henderson, Jaden Burns. I had another wide receiver, Tyrese Dunbar. I had a couple of guys. The O lineman that I had, they was kind of younger,
Mm-hmm.
but like Jalen Nettles, he's I think at UAB. Then we got another defensive tackle that's at Jacksonville right now.
Okay.
And who else? Yeah, we definitely had a lot of talent. So that it just like you said, it's one of those schools that like kind of get overlooked. And majority of the reason because it's like our past with our grades, like it's kind of like you might have to go JUCO, so coaches can see that, so they might not recruit it as much as like a lot of schools that's around the district or whatever. But Canton definitely had a lot of talent.
All right. I like that. So let's get to Coach Maurice Harris,
Mm-hmm.
the OC. How does it feel to learn from, how is it learning from him?
I feel like it learned from him who like seeing at Syracuse like playing against Liberty a couple of years, seeing how they operate, like having that just being able to see his offense from a different side and now learning it. I feel like it's cool. It's very like eye opening to see how he see things because I love to watch film. So seeing, and I go back to the Syracuse film and just see how he was calling plays and see how he operate, and now just learning it. Like I said, just feel good.
Okay. Okay. And you got some new weapons, you got some new toys.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a couple of dudes that stayed on the team from last season, and then you got some new toys. How does it feel to be around a group of skilled receivers like that?
I feel good. Like the biggest thing that I love about going out there and competing with those guys every day is like their mindset. Like the atmosphere is, it's like every day everyone is pushing everybody to get better. Like you see the talent, you see the big plays and the big play names, but what they do off the field and like when no one's watching is definitely like the part that I love the most because everyone's out there pushing each other. You can just get there or you could be here the whole time. So just having that atmosphere is just pushing everybody is definitely like the number one thing I love here is just competition in the air always. People just want to get better.
Who is your favorite target to throw through in practice? Right now, just for practice right now.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite because I'm still like learning everybody and
Mm-hmm.
seeing run routes and seeing how they break down and just learning their techniques and everything and how they move. But it's definitely like I definitely can see why like they're on the team. They're definitely talented. And, like there's no doubt about how talented these wide receivers is. So I wouldn't say I have a particular like person because everybody had their days or whatever. But yeah, I feel like there's multiple guys out there that I love throwing to.
Okay, let's see. Well, let me get up into these comments right here. We got Mr. Fred Thompson. That's your uncle right there?
Yeah. That one right there.
Already. Got D boy
Mm-hmm.
at exit 119.
Yes,
And I think this your mom.
well, right.
Tariq.
You talking about Taretha Morgan?
Uh-huh.
No, that's my auntie.
That's your auntie? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your auntie in here. When you put your kill. Hey, auntie. Shalaria Terra, how you doing?
Yeah, that's my mama right there.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
How you doing, mom? Sometimes my mom be on the show. She'll jump in the comment for a second and just check to see on her son right here. But How you doing? Don't be a stranger. Make sure you keep tuning in because we got a lot of stuff coming in for this fall right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got Grindhard Xavier, always exit 119. We got my aunt. We got my aunt Cedric Walker. She said you gonna be the next JSU great.
Yes, sir.
Got Miss Aquay, that is my, she's one of my assistants as far as getting the info out for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come back in, you watch it. Like, look, we all up in here. I got a band, my band head guy, HBCU band talk. The Bethune Cookman, he's a good guy right here. My guy Edwin Moore, he from Mississippi, but he's a Southern grad. But
It's all good. It's all good.
he's still family though.
Yeah, yeah.
Still family. We got Sam Smith. We got Takesha Morgan.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
That's your cousin right there. Man, we got the whole family in the house.
They gonna support it. That's one thing I love about them. They definitely gonna all 10. So
Man, we got the whole family in the house. We got my guy Israel Carey. We got Mr. Hardy up in the house as always. Mr. Bishop, Miss Brandy. We got Mr. Harris, and we got everybody up in here. We got everybody up in here. The whole family watching the show. I just want to make sure I will be in Jackson. In a couple of weeks. My stepson is going to school down there. So I got to take him down there for orientation. I will be in Jackson, and then we'll be back there for football games and stuff.
If you need somebody to walk you around, just hit me up. You know where to find me.
In fact, when we get there, I'm gonna have to get info from your aunt,
Mm-hmm.
and that way we can link up and everything. Because it's a couple of kids down there that I kind of keep in touch with, Bruce Mitchell and Isaias. Like we all I've already had them on the show a couple of times. Jason Brown. So yeah, it's some couple of guys down there. It now gonna be you. So y'all, I treat y'all like my nephews.
We all family around here.
Oh yeah. See that's what I like. That's what I like, y'all. He's all family. So man, how's the adjustment to Jackson from upstate New York?
The biggest, I'm from down here, so it's not that big of an adjustment for me because this is what I grew up seeing and this is what I grew up knowing. So the biggest thing, like I said, the weather, how different it is. But other than that, it's not a big adjustment for me.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got to be done in the cold. We can't be in the cold.
Nah, it's crazy. It's different. It's different. If you never experienced it, I say experience it, but it's definitely.
I've never been to New York. The closest north I've been is to Pennsylvania. I've never been to New York. That's the closest I've been up north, like there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Texas, so I deal with heat.
Yeah.
It's already 96 degrees out here with no type of humidity whatsoever. It's just dry. I deal with straight up heat. But man, I know you just like I said, your aunt, she hit me up. She's like, I just want to make sure my nephew gets adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to focus on football and school and stuff. So I told her, I was like, no problem. I don't, like I said, I don't do mess. I don't do issues and nothing like that. You speak your truth. You speak your truth. That's how I do my show right here. So, like I tell people, you don't have to worry about that. Now we do get kind of crazy, kind of funny in the chat, but other than that, we all family up in here.
Yeah,
we all family up in here. So you got new set of toys and the receivers. You got your talk about your running backs. But the people that you really, really want to make friends with is the ones that's in front of you trying to
Right.
protect you.
Most definitely.
How
Yeah.
how are you ingratiating yourself with the offensive lineman?
See, I'm not like a outgoing. Well, I ain't gonna say outgoing person. I'm not very like out and about. You probably not catch me around, but the ways I like incorporate myself with them is just like when we working out or anything with practice. I just want to be able to like if anyone tired, they can lean on me. I'm always trying to pat them on the back, tell them let's go, or just being a motivator or being a leader to them because I know like I'm just not too much of a just outgoing person. So being able to like get that relationship there when it's hard, when we tired, just being able to tell them like, listen, you can lean on me, like let's finish. I feel like that's helping me build our relationship right now.
All right, all right. Yeah, you need those dudes right there because we want to keep the uniform clean. We
You need them, like
want to keep the uniform clean, not dirty.
exactly.
And so when you do your pregame, man, I'm gonna ask some off the
Mhm,
wall questions. I say off the wall, but just some other questions, man.
mhm.
Pregame music, pregame ritual. Do you have a pregame ritual that you do before a game?
I definitely pray, like I said in one of the other podcasts. Like I definitely, the number one thing I got to pray just to calm everything down and just to be myself again. So like, start at the one goal post, I'm walking through the field as I'm praying, and ending at the other goal post. Now the music is still like I listen to a lot, but I definitely got to like go back a little bit to get me in that mode. So like I said, like Young Dolph or Migos, there's a lot of people like that to just kind of lock in for real. So yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like I don't know. I guess I'm gonna tell you like this. When I get to work, it's
Mm.
like on my way to work. I don't know. I have to listen to DJ Screw for some reason.
I
I
feel that. I feel that.
I have to listen to DJ Screw, and it's just something. It just I don't know. I sometimes I can't get too hype
Mm.
because I get to work. I be all over the place. But it's
Yeah,
give me some DJ Screw. Yeah, we I'm
yeah,
cool. I'm mellow, and then I'm ready to work.
exactly.
Oh yeah, man. And so like I said, back at home,
Hmm.
uh, how much love have you received since you got back home to Mississippi?
Tremendous, like, but I expect that like the home city is definitely like a city they love to support and they love to show their gratitude. So I think definitely got tremendous love. I think got a lot of calls, a lot of texts, just showing and people just showing that they still care and they showing that they're gonna be on the games and they ready to see you and all that. So I kind of knew it just because where I'm from. There's definitely a big support group coming from Canton. So yeah, it's tremendous amount.
Oh yeah. Um, what would be what game are you looking forward to playing besides the first game? Besides the first game,
Because
but
that was I would say the first one, but um, I say Alcorn because one of the running backs from Syracuse, but he's from Mississippi, but he was up there at Syracuse with me. He was like a big brother to me. Like we always stayed together, and He played for Alcorn now, running back number 0. I don't know if you know him.
now Jarvion Howard.
Yeah, Jarvis is my guy. So like, I'm just ready.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
So
I'm
we
ready for the
found out,
out of the ball.
and I forgot Agent Zero was at Syracuse, man.
That
And
man right there.
that man said he want to run for 2,000 yards.
He different now. I ain't gonna put nothing past him.
Oh no, I'm not gonna put nothing past him. I watched the first game I watched. I think when they played, um, who was it? It had to be. I don't think it was Stephen F. Foster, but I think it when they played McNeese State.
Hmm.
I watched him. I was like, oh, he different. he, I'm like, oh, he different.
Yeah,
He
he
had
he running hard every play. He never take a play off. And yeah, like that's my guy. He really one of them ones. So yeah, that's what I'm ready to play.
like just when I say different, I'm like, dude take one cut. and he in the mix, and then like
Definitely.
it's hard to bring him down. But hey, that's a game. That's a game, and it's in the vet. So so it's in the vet. So you get to probably it'll be about maybe about 60,000 people up in there.
We need them. We need every last one of them.
But so we got the first two games are on national. Gonna have a national audience.
Hmm.
So the MEAC SWAT Challenge against South Carolina State. That game will be on ABC at I know it's prime time if I'm not mistaken, and then the second game will be FAMU at the Orange Blossom Classic. But
Hmm.
to us JSU Tigers, we call it the Blue Blossom Classic because the way that we dominated FAMU for the last 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Uh, that game is going to be on ESPN.
Mhm.
So how does it feel? How do you feel going to Atlanta and the second week going to Miami for for the first two games of the season?
I mean, I feel like it's a business trip. Like, them definitely places you can get lost in because of the cities, but it's just a business trip for me. Like, just going out in business, coming on back to Jackson.
He said, it's business as usual." And
So,
then don't forget, after the second game, we go to Baton Rouge, play Southern.
hmm
And that's our big rival right there. That's one
yeah.
of our big rivals. Playing them in Baton Rouge, and then the fourth game is against Texas State in San Marcos,
hmm
which is about a 4.5 hour, about 4 hour drive for me from here. Um, people has down us like we're gonna lose 4 games in a row to start the season out before we get to going.
Never that.
The man said never that. Um, how do you feel about Coach TC's coaching the way that he coaches y'all in practice?
Well, for like TC, like you said, he give like the young and old feel, so he can relate to everybody. So I feel like TC definitely like he got a lot of guys that'll stand behind him that'll run through a brick wall just because of the person he is and like who he is as a man. So
Hmm.
I feel like his coaching is definitely just a boost, but having it like I don't know, it's just like having that I don't know, coach that give off like you could trust him like anything he say like we gonna go in there, we gonna handle like so. I feel like that alone, just as a coach's player, well, as a player's coach, I feel like it's crazy how he just gains that respect like that.
And I like that. I like to hear that. Um, I like to hear that from players that respect the coaches
But definitely.
because they see some, the coach sees something in them,
Hmm.
and they feel like I can help contribute to be a part of this team. I can help contribute in either any facet of the game, offense, defense, special teams.
Yes, sir.
So, how will it feel when you play your first game or just to run out in the vet? Hmm.
I'm gonna feel great. Like being a fan for almost, if I'm 21, being a fan for almost 18 years, like it's definitely gonna feel. Like, that's just the number one thing I want to feel. Like just running out, coming out, and just feeling all the love and feeling all the support. And that's what I'm waiting on. Because I was in those stands for Lord knows how long watching the games and just be one of the players that was on the field. So now that I am one is like a crazy experience. Honestly.
Oh man, yeah. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I never. I'm not an athlete, but I just want to see the feel of just feel like walking on the grass at the vet and just experience the soaking in the stadium and the atmosphere for during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of people, I know a lot of your teammates that are new to the university um, are going to have that same type of feel that you're going to have.
Definitely.
So, defensive wise,
Mm-hmm.
who are you trying? Who are you trying to avoid on the defense?
Man, we ain't avoid nobody. We need that work every day. You feel me? Like that competition need to be there every day. So anybody, we talking crazy. We getting out there every practice. So I ain't dodging nobody, and I know they ain't trying to dodge me. So we trying to, in order to keep that 3P, we gotta work. We gotta work every day.
All right, man. Um, well, I'm trying to figure out some more questions, but other than that, man, um, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some favorites. Uh, favorite NFL team.
Saints. I mean, right down the street. Gotta go New Orleans.
Come on, man.
Tell you.
You're killing me, Petey.
Right.
Oh man, I thought you would have said a Cowboys fan, but dang, you said Saints. I mean, I let you. I give it to you. I let you slide with that.
It makes sense to you though.
You had 17 years of Drew Brees, but you know.
Man, love a bit of them too. I ain't. We love every bit of Drew.
um, favorite NBA team.
I'm one of the ones like LeBron James fans. So wherever LeBron go, that's how I'm feeling. So yeah. But
So
it was the Spurs because of Greg Popovich. I love the way how he like his system. It was just always any players that he always produced. So I can say the team Spurs, but the number one, I still gotta go LeBron wherever he go.
you said LeBron fan.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about LeBron not being in the playoffs now, getting swept by
I mean, he is 38, like, and he hurt. Supposed to have surgery. So if it they until that trade deadline, it wasn't even looking like they was gonna do what they did. So
That's true.
I mean, they went out. They went out how they. It was crazy to get swept, but for them to just even beat up was crazy too. So and LeBron to be playing at 38 on the ankle he needs surgery on is even crazy. But people just want to overlook that. So it's cool though. But
That's true because I said, before the trade deadline, it didn't even look like y'all was gonna make.
exactly,
It didn't look like y'all was gonna make the play-in game.
exactly.
I, I can't say anything about me because I'm a Mavericks fan. We had a chance to we had a chance to be inside of the playoffs, not even in the playing game, and we didn't even make the playoffs all together.
Yeah, y'all got Kyrie and it still ain't work. But I mean, y'all
Yeah, we got Kyrie. Yeah, we got Kyrie. It didn't work.
still find
I mean,
itself.
I can't say that it didn't work, but it was one of those things where when we when we made that trade, we traded most of our defensive guys and spot up shooters
Mm-hmm.
um for Kyrie for a 3 month rental, pretty much. Really,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was. And some
So who you got for the finals?
for the finals. Ooh,
I ain't gonna, like they beat my Lakers and they showed me why they beat them. So I'm gonna have to go with them. Like, I know Jimmy getting lucky. Well, I ain't gonna say lucky because Jimmy is a hard worker.
you
But
got
like
me on this one, man,
Nuggets on one.
because
Nuggets is on one. Like, you gotta they on one.
you got me on this one because the way Miami
Man,
started out in their last series,
yeah.
and I feel like that they got gassed out in a sense. Even though they won game 7,
Mm-hmm.
they got gassed out. I got the Nuggets at least 5 games. It ain't gonna be a sweep. I got
Nah,
them in 5
it's
games.
going to six. It's going to six to me.
You going to 6?
Yeah.
Okay. He said Nuggets in 6. I got them in 5. Anybody else got them? Anybody else in the chat? Who you got for the finals tonight?
Man,
Nuggets versus Heat. that is a strange thing to say right there.
Exactly, like it is wild, like it's cool.
But then too, I'd have figured Philadelphia could have been up in there.
Definitely,
Austin could have been up in there. Phoenix, Phoenix could have been there. And this is one I really thought Memphis could have
nah,
did something. But yeah, they had too many
too
distractions.
much space for them to pull it out. It would have been crazy. It's too much. It's too much.
Let's see, we got my other uncle right here.
See, Denver and
Yeah,
Six.
he said Denver and 6.
Telling you,
This is Heat or Denver.
he going to Six.
Man, I think I bad. The missus is she from LA, so she's a Lakers fan.
Tell you,
She's a Lakers fan, so
gotta go Denver too, because they showed the Lakers. She gotta go Denver. She got to. Like it ain't. It's crazy what they do.
Urban and Bowl said got Miami. I said got Heat and
He
6.
didn't. Nah, I can't see.
Got Heat and 6.
It's crazy. He didn't see. Nah.
I don't know.
I mean, they did. They were up 3 on Boston, so
They was. Which they should have swept it out. They should have finished it out in 5. They should have had it done in 5.
But if you give Denver that, like Denver ain't making that many mistakes. I'm sorry, like Denver capitalize every chance they get, every chance, because they got the same amount of role players to me, just better.
That's better. But then here's the thing too that nobody don't really talk about: playing in that altitude.
Oh yeah,
And playing in thin air, that takes a lot out of a team that has not been there, that has not experienced that like they do, because they play at home for 41 games, so they gotta experience that thin air. Once they get used to it, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah, that altitude is real. Because when I got to Syracuse, when we first started working out outside, and I was running, and I knew I was in shape because I'm the type I'm a running mile every day, but I was running. It's just like the wind was eating me up so quick. I'm like, oh, and I'm just like, I know I ain't tired because like as soon as I do this, I start breathing, I'll be straight again. But as soon as I running, it's like I couldn't breathe. And I was like, oh, nah, it's crazy. Like it's too crazy up here.
It's one question I want to ask, and then I'm gonna ask one. I'm gonna ask about the Syracuse thing. How was it playing in the dome?
I was talking about this today with some of my teammates. Like, that's definitely an experience that, like, if you're a college player, you'll definitely want to experience that feeling because, like, you score a touchdown, the lights shut off, you get the flash, and it feel like a real like NFL type game, and like the dome, like the Saints done. It's crazy. Like, that's one thing that I love. Like every Saturday, and it was packed too. It was like you feeling all them yells, and it's caved in, and it's it felt real. Like, I feel like every player want to experience something like that.
Man, I had to ask that because, like I said, growing up, watching college football, just watching, I watch when I watch college football, I watch everybody. I watch everything. So if I see Syracuse on the TV, I'm like, man, what it's like just not even just playing, but just to sit in that dome. And then especially during basketball season because you lead the attendance in basketball because you're in the dome.
The basketball court is it's in the stadium. So they just add the bleachers around like the 40-yard line to the field. So it's like you still in the dome and you just playing out.
See, man, I just had to ask that. I didn't, I don't want like I said, I just want to respect your aunt's wishes about talking about Syracuse. You don't want she wants you to focus on Jackson State. I understand that.
She bleed that blue for real. Like, that's how she bleed.
Oh, trust me, I like I bleed blue and white, but my mom, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, my mama bleed blue and white.
Yeah.
I'm a I'm a oldest son. I'm an only son to
Mhm.
go to college, and when I got to College of Jackson in '97, I was like, yeah, this is a whole different scene for me right here.
Mhm.
But she bleed that blue and white with me too. Yeah.
Most definitely.
And we got who else we got up in here? We got Miss Gloria Lee. Says she watching all the way from Chicago.
It's crazy.
She says Chicago, South Side or West Side. My stepdad used to say the West Side was the best side, but
Mhm.
but but yeah, man. I one thing I want to say is I appreciate you coming on here, taking time out of your schedule to
Most definitely.
interview. I don't even think that, like I said, it's not even an interview. It's a conversation that we have.
Yeah.
Um, tell people where they can actually find you at on social media.
Well, on Instagram, it's Kobe Hbcu. And the BBM is just like something I had in high school with a lot of my basketball teammates, be better mentality. So,
Mm-hmm.
BBM. And for Twitter, it's just my name, JaCobian_Morgan.
All right, all right. I got. I want one. I want to add one more prediction for you.
Talk to me.
What's Jackson State record gonna be this year?
You know I'm saying undefeated. I'd be wrong if I don't.
I heard the man. He said going undefeated. We going undefeated. Oh man, I appreciate you, man. We gonna keep in touch. So I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter
Okay.
later on, so we keep in contact. I do have your aunt's contact info and her email address, so I'm gonna keep in contact with everybody on here at all of Canton, Mississippi.
Oh,
First
yeah.
of all, I want to shout out my boy First Letter because he Canton through and through. My man is Canton through and through, so he'll tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody that all of the Morgans, everybody that's from Canton, make sure that y'all share this with everybody in the town of Canton so they can watch it and see what type of person that they brought up right here.
So,
That they brought up because we don't give credit for how we bring our kids up.
this.
And I'm a father, and I brought my kids up, and I brought my oldest child up to the way where to be successful. I'm bringing up my stepson and my stepdaughter to say, look, there's more to what's in front of you if you kind of look towards, down the road, down the line. I'm raising my youngest daughter up to the point where in the end, look at what your daddy did, because what I did is homegrown, organic, and one day it might be yours, and one day you might be able to do this, and you might be able to do it better than me.
Exactly. This.
But man, make sure all of Canton, Mississippi, make sure if you haven't done it, subscribe to the channel. This is on Fridays during football season. I will start back up I Love Fridays. So everybody, all Jackson State alum, don't matter if you're a player, ex-player, coach, whoever, come on the show on Fridays during football season. We're gonna turn up, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna laugh, we gonna cut a rug. That's all I gotta say right there, man. But I appreciate you
No,
coming
appreciate
on to the show, man.
it. Definitely, I appreciate you.
Man, so Yeah, have a good one, bro.
You too.
All right. Man. That was one hell of a conversation right there. And I just want to make sure everybody understand, like I said, we are bringing back the I Love Friday. So y'all get prepared for that. That would be starting August the 25th to be exact. Oh man. Oh man, Uncle said you should have said something earlier. Should have said something earlier. But if anybody want to talk and give words of encouragement, I know he's probably still watching, but give words of encouragement on the stream. Y'all more likely to come in. I'll put the link on the I'll put the link in the chat. Y'all more than welcome to come up and give this kid, give this guy, give this young man some words of encouragement. But before we do that, the channel needs to get the bills paid, and we got to make sure that our sponsor is getting. Y'all going to check out our sponsors right here. So we'll be back in just a minute. HBCU OverDrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream with their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more. You can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. And we are back. We are back. We are back. Like I said, you got to pay the bills for the channel. If you haven't done it by now, make sure if you want to become an exclusive member of the family, all you have to do is just hit that join button on the outside of the chat. And if you want to pick, you can pick between two tiers, OverDrive Blue and OverDrive Purple. I keep saying OverDrive like it's a damn checking bank. Checking account, but OverDrive Blue and OverDrive Purple. If you don't want to do it like that, but if you want to donate to the Cash App, there's the Cash App right there on the screen, and my assistant, Miss Aquay, she will put it in the chat. That way, everybody can see where to go and donate. If you donate to the channel, this does not go straight in my pocket. This goes back to the channel. It goes to improving the channel, improving getting equipment, uh, microphone, whatever. It does not go back in my pocket, and that's real right there. That's real. But if anybody don't want to come up right now, I'm going ahead and shut this down. More likely, excuse me. I'm more likely to be back on if Kobe has FBS Fridays on his platform. I'm more than likely to be back on there on Friday. If not, I will be on here Friday night, Friday evening before um, Ken Clark and the 1400 Club. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure that you subscribe to him. Make sure you subscribe to here. Um, Blue Bloods, Bliss City Podcast, Jeff Lightsey, She Loves D. That's my Saturday co-host right there. There's so many people I can name. I'll probably be here all night. But Denver is up in the first quarter, 20-14, with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. I got Denver in 5. Denver in 5. Um, Another thing I want to say is I appreciate the love that I got from HBCU game day. Like I said, my interview with uh Grambling legend Bruce Eugene got traction on HBCU game day, and my guy Stephen Gaither wrote a piece on it, And man, I appreciate all the love. I never thought that something like that would for me would be on a platform like that. But I still appreciate the whole thing. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. If you haven't checked out that interview right there, you can go ahead and check that interview out on replay. If you missed the interview for tonight, you can check that out on replay also. But this has been another HBCU Overdrive live stream. I'm your boy Doc Holliday, where all HBCUs matter. We are in the dungeon right now, as always. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like this stream. Make sure that you comment. Share it with your folks. Share it with your people. Share it with your family. And most of all, subscribe to the channel. This is the hottest HBCU podcast show channel that's on right now. Nobody else can ever do it like this. Nobody else will ever do it like this. So that's coming from me right there. And as always, look, we'll be back on this thing this weekend. If I won't be on here tomorrow, check us out on Saturday night with myself and She Loves D and the historian, the oracle, Mr. Ford. So if all my Canton people, if you haven't done it, if you haven't seen it, check us out on Saturday night. We go live at 7 o'clock Saturday night. All right. But as always, y'all be blessed, y'all stay safe, and y'all stay dangerous until this weekend.